Enough runners will run all the way in lanes through 2 curves and then break for the pole. And it is Effiong for Arkansas there on the left in lane 6. In the best position. But now in lane 4, South Carolina, Mackenzie Dunmore was challenging, but it ends up Effiong for Arkansas getting the break.
That was a really, really well executed break for Effiong. She took that nice long 40 meters to cover that angle instead of just trying to jut in and then effect that stride pattern.
So Arkansas, followed by South Carolina, now A&M in the mix.
Woo! Layla Owens laying it down.
Arkansas passes well, as does A&M. For Arkansas, that's Jayla Hollis. For A&M, Tiara Robinson-Jones.
Tiara Robinson-Jones is such a strong runner. Watch what she does in this next lap when she comes off this next curve after the finish line. Watch her on the backstretch.
New American record holder in the 200 meters, Abby Steiner, on the leg for Kentucky.
Tuck back in. You don't want to run up top of that curve. There you go. Making sure that you don't run extra mileage, because every single time you do that, you're making it longer for your team. Abby Steiner closing well for Kentucky.
Arkansas handing off to Shafiqua Maloney, the 800-meter champion from earlier. And for A&M, it is Ciara Richardson.
Those splits were 51-70, 51-77, and 51-87 for Abby Steiner. Look at how relaxed Shafiqua Maloney runs. Everything below her neck is just efficient. You see her cheeks bouncing up and down, and again, she said earlier that the mental side of her training has really come into play this year, and she has had an outstanding championship.
I want to point out a high jumper on the 3rd leg for South Carolina, Rachel Glenn. Good for you. I love that.
Yes.
Maloney, a strong, strong leg to
really
get the
strong
stick to Britton Wilson.
Woo!
And for A&M, it is Cherokee Young. And for Kentucky, it is Alexis Holmes. Holmes, the 400-meter champion earlier.
50.6 for Maloney on that last leg. That is
she
smoking.
Was turning it over. I don't know if any of these are going to catch Britton Wilson. That's a pretty big gap. Arkansas, followed by A&M, and then Kentucky, and it's going to be Arkansas. So they just extend their already title with 10 more points here in the 4x4. 3:24.09 for the Razorbacks, winning the 4x400 when they already had a huge cushion, just pouring salt in the wound. 49.84 for the freshman Britton Wilson on the anchor. That's a wow.
Jeez.
All right. Well, the women's race is over. The women's team title determined. We'll be back for the men's 4x400s right after this.